So in 2021, there was something major that happened. I lost my child. I had a stillbirth, and I wanted to tell that story because after I posted, I got a lot of women sharing their pain also, that they've gone through the same, and I noticed there was a gap. People don't address it. There's still a lot of stigma around maternal loss. So I wanted to tell that story. I've started a small organization where women just meet and talk about loss. And we did our first meetup in May at Village Market. I'm hoping to do something else in October because October is Infancy Loss Awareness Month. And yeah, just continue addressing and being vocal about it because people have kept quiet for so long, so much so that when it happens to you, you feel like there's something wrong with you. And it actually, there's nothing wrong with you. It was just maybe because of medical complications here and there and other reasons. Yeah, so we want to vocalize the reasons women lose babies or women die during birth. That it's not only, people say ni kurogwa, ni machombaya, ni kuji-expose. There's so much ignorance around that topic because there's a lot of medical issues, preeclampsia, gestational diabetes, like in my case. We have women who have the cervix, there's a name that cervix is called, incompetent cervix, such that you have to be stitched for you to hold your pregnancy. So many factors, the rhesus factor, so many reasons that make women lose babies or die during birth. So let's not only concentrate on those, let's pass more information so that women can prepare themselves more when they're pregnant. So healing is an everyday journey, and I keep saying that mental health is just like any other health. You need to keep checking. Ukiumwa na meno, ukifiksiwa, hata ingine inaweza anza kuuma uende uangaliwe. And since mental health is the most vital, because unasikiaga ukikufa, unaambiwa umekufa after your brain is dead. Sindio? So you need to keep checking after your mental health. So I still do therapy. I started therapy because of cyberbullying, and I still continue to do it even now. Nikisikia niko sawa sana, naenda na check in, nasema nasikia niko sawa sana, kunaweza kuwa na nini, tunaongea. If I'm not okay again, because life has its journeys, tunaenda tunaongea. So it's something I have normalized, and I tell people to keep normalizing therapy. It is important. Yeah, because also, just like in stillbirths, mental health in Kenya and Africa has not been handled the way it should. Haipewangi the attention it deserves. Napatanaga na watu huku nje wako mentally challenged, and I'm like, maybe this one is someone who had bipolar and it was not addressed. Maybe this is someone who had schizophrenia and it was not addressed. So let's embrace it. Kila mtu anaweza pata mental health issues. Sawa. So let's keep on na to embrace. Si vibaya. Si kuchizi ni ugonjwa. Mtu ana need iyo attention. Na also tuondoe kuna stigma mob sana around Marraige. So I don't know kama ni jina itachangiwa or what, because it's one of the best mental facilities we have in Kenya, and it's the most affordable. But mtu tu akisikia ulipelekwa Marraige, huyo ni product ya Marraige, the stigma is so bad. Speak up, you would be surprised. Cry if you must. By the way, I'm a cry baby, I cry a lot. Yes, so cry if you must. Wewe jiachilie tu vile unataka, vile unapenda, and especially our men. Men don't open up. These days we have platforms that offer therapy online. You can choose to do it in video form or just talk to the therapist. You don't need to go see them. So just keep opening up. Tupunguze easy mental health cases. A lot of suicide itapungua. Na to heal too as a country. As long as you are in the public, you are lazima utakuwa subject to scrutiny by the public. You will invite unsolicited advice about the way you look, about the way you wear. So I tell people, most of the time it is them, the cyber bullies, with a problem. It's actually not most of the time, all the damn time. It is them wishing they were where you are. It is them wondering, kwa nini unakaa hivyo na uko na confidence ya kufanya hivi? It is them wanting to be where you are, yet they cannot. So it is them subjecting their insecurity on you, because they want to be where you are. They want to carry attention the same way you're carrying, but they cannot. So they want to subject that to them. As you start, it's hard, because when someone tells you over and over again how you look, what you're doing, because most of the comments I get is like, I look like a man, and it used to hurt me so much. At some point it nilikuwa na feel kama mi si beautiful. But I went for therapy. I started doing therapy, nini tukaongea. And yes, I look like my dad. By the way, ukiniona hapa na baba yangu, I always differentiate. So yes, I look like a man, I look like my father. So people will tell you that, people will tell you you're not beautiful, but do you know beauty has no standard? Hakuna mali nakwaga imeandikwa beautiful people should look like Aunty Jemimah, or should look like Shiko, or should look like Sele, or should look like someone else. Ni watu wanakwaga wamejiekea hiyo kitu, that for you to be beautiful you have to look like this, for you to do like this you have to look like this. Oh, you're too dark. Na ulizanga watu kuna rangi yako mahali umeweka, unapakanga watu vile wanafaa kukaa, you know. So as you start, it's hard. And then the human brain is wired in the way that you ignore the most beautiful comments from people, you only concentrate on the bad ones. Hizo ndo zinastick kwa akili. So for you to also get that, kuweza kujiembrace, musema, it is normal, it is human for you to feel bad when someone tells you something about the way you look, about your dress. But remember, it's not you, it's them. Go through it with time. Musema, go for therapy. Go for therapy by the kama inakusumbua, go for it. With time, itakam. And as long as you feel beautiful from within, the rest of the world can just shut up. And they can say whatever they want to say. Mimi sai mtu atasema unakaa kama mwanaume, it's okay boss. As long as hatusumbuani na wewe, mimi wacha nikae kama baba yangu. Wewe kaa vile umataka. Yeah. Oh, our men, we love you still. We love you still. Kashida tu kambako kako.
Kashida kadogo tu.
Ni kadogo tu, kale ka romance. Na hako ndio tunatakaga kuaddress. Yeah, hey, cause our men na romance wanakuaga hivi. I think juu wako busy sana. Kutafuta haizi kupeleka road trip, akipeleka road trip na nyuki ni maybe juu anaenda kuangalia site yake. So hawanaga free time ya romance, wanashindwa ati nikupeleke Masai Mara. Tukaona hizo vitu zikiruka. I know they don't it's because again they are very busy looking for money. So hiyo ndio kitu tunaambianga tu wa spice up kidogo. Ni wengi, alafu pia ni experiences huku nje unasikianga watu wakisema, Kikuyu men, Kikuyu men, Kikuyu men. So if you do your research, utaona ni ukweli. They are the least. And it's okay, musema ni strength yao na ni weakness yao. Mtu anakuambia udunge poa sana na kupeleka out. Kamakis. Hiyo in your stilettos, umedunga ka dinner dress, unataka kupeleka hapa GTC. Tuko Kamakis kana ngaba. Unajua ngamba? I should take you there. Ngamba is a place, it has the best nyama choma by the way. Iko na huku Ndeia, but man inakaa ghetto. Lakini nyama ya huko ni tamu. Na huko ndo nakutaga Wasapere wamejaa, Wakikuyu na mababes zao. So imagine tunawapenda tu vile wako. Ni vile tu saa ingine tuna missingi kutritiwa vizuri, kuleta watu gifts hivyo. Madhani mumatari, madhani besha. Ni besha mani. Yeah, I am not, marriage haikuangi priority. I'm so afraid of marriage, by the way. I've seen beautiful marriages and I love them. However, for now, it's not a priority. It's not something I'll kill myself over if it doesn't happen. If it happens, well and good. If it doesn't, it's still okay. But sikuangi ati nimefocus nayo. Stop giving people pressure about their choices. You know, I have seen what marriage can do to... Unfortunately, I've seen what most marriage have done to women. It makes women shrink, makes women pile or stuff their dreams somewhere to raise families, because unajua wanawake si jituma, tukiingia mahali tunataka kuifanya vizuri sana. So I don't think I'm ready to shelf my dreams. I want to chase them. If it comes as I'm chasing them, ikuje na isini stop. If it doesn't, pia mi niko sawa kabisa kusonga. The only thing people tell, I don't know if you've seen this comment, you'll be lonely in your in your 60s, in your nini, but the people who are telling you that they've never gotten to 60, so wanakwambia tu kitu wanasikianga, kitu hawaja experience, na hiyo ndo kitu tuko nayo. The other day Steve was bashed for saying he doesn't want children. And I was like, there are so many men who don't like kids, and or even women who don't like kids, and they end up making children go through so much. So when someone says what needs to be said and he says it boldly, unapelekwa mbio. Tuko na insecurities mob sana as a country, na pia Gen Zs mi na wasalute sana, because wamekam kutuonyesha vitu zenye tunafaa kwa tukidu boldly without fear of anything. If you remember, even in my Tomoka Vete too, we were talking about the way tumenormalize struggle kwa life zetu, that lazima struggle ndio upate hii, lazima struggle kwa workplace yako. You know, it should not be that way. Kwani watu watakangi maisha poa? There's a book, sorry naongea sana.
It's
okay. There's a book I read by Joan Tatia. I don't know if you've read it. It's called Confessions of Nairobi Women. Please read it. It's a very nice book. She has both for men and for women. And there's a story that caught my attention of a lady who did not want kids because of the way she was brought up kwa ushago. She went through so much as a child. And she said she will never want to bring a child in this life. Hataweza. The way she is, she cannot. Then she met a man who tried to convince her to have kids. Na akakataa, akamwambia sitaki. But you see the way people are, apana wacha tukupe time, utapata. Utachange your perception. She conceived when she was drunk. Aka conceive. She got the baby, yes. Akamnyonyesha, akamfikisha ile time ya kumaliza kunyonya, and she left that child with her father. And she says she's at peace because she did not want, he made her go through that. The other one was a man, Confessions of Nairobi Men. Please read that book if you've not read it. So this man, mamake aliolewa na yeye. So kwenye aliolewa, the first husband who married the mom haiku work out, so wakaachana, mamake akaolewa tena. So the other one accepted them. However, every time, so the mom got other kids with this man. But every time this stepfather would introduce his family, he would say, this is my wife, and this is my wife's son. There was never a point he said, this is my son, he's my wife's son. So later on, when he grew up, he got married, and he got a child, and the wife is toxic. But he's unable to live because he does not want his kids to grow up how he grew up. Yeah. So a lot of choices, a lot of trauma can be avoided if we're just vocal about our choices. Yeah. Kama mtu hataki watoto ni sawa. Kama Aunty Jemimah hataki kuolewa, imagine ni sawa. Don't start projecting, oh, sasa huyu anaongea hata nani anaweza muoa akikaa hivyo. Imagine tuko sawa. Sure. We do not want. Our desire is to stay the way we are. We have already made peace with that. It is you to make peace with the way you're responding to our choices. Because that says a lot. When I tell you I don't want something, I don't like apples.
There's nothing much you can do.
You can't start telling me, oh, apples, they do what you... No. You now work on yourself to start responding to other people's choices in a very kukubali tu. Oh, that is okay. That is fine. Yeah. I have seen what marriage can do to women. Okay. So the first reason is because I've seen a lot of women shelf their dreams for marriage. And I've told you it is because women nurture. So akiingia mahali anataka kujipatiana, bring up the family, the nini and all that. So most women put their dream somewhere and raise the family. So I do not want to be, I don't think I will ever forgive myself if I shelf my dreams in comedy. So mi nataka kusonga nayo. Number two, I have seen what marriage has done to a lot of my friends, my women friends. And I don't think it is a path I want to go through. And I come from a happy family. Yeah. Mom and dad, they are good peeps, and I truly admire their marriage. And however, mimi sitaki. I don't think it's a space I want to take myself into.